Last week, I made a video about the New York Mets offering Jose Iglesias a one-year contract and that he's looking for a multi-year deal. Since then, the report has changed and he actually is looking for a one-year deal, but the Mets have not offered him enough money yet. There is still a chance the Mets could bring him back, but it is not looking likely, and that is why in this video, I talk about some replacement options that the New York Mets can consider of who can be their new utility infielder. When I made a video similar to this about Pete Alonso and some corner infield options for the Mets, he ended up signing shortly after. So I'm hoping that maybe the same can happen with Iglesias. If you like this video talking about a position that the Mets could upgrade and what options are available for them, make sure to hit the like button out of the ballpark. Slide to the comment section, who do you think the New York Mets utility player should be? Should they target someone? Should they stick with what they have? Give me your thoughts on the position. If you're new here, you can subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And to those who are subscribed already, you know the drill. I mean, you can even make a Google account for your car and subscribe to the channel. It's free and I appreciate any support I get. So let's talk about utility infielders. Jose Iglesias was great this past season for the Mets, hitting over 300, hitting well with runners in scoring position, and he played good defense at second base, shortstop, and third base. He also provided good speed in the 83rd percentile and was always hustling every single time he was on the field. And then obviously the biggest impact that he had was with his hit song OMG. It really changed the vibes of the clubhouse and made the team play much more relaxed, have more fun, and all of a sudden win more games. Now you might be asking yourself, why are the Mets not making him more of a priority with how good he was for the team? Well, as great as he was not on any major league teams in 2023, making it a huge surprise for the kind of season he had for the Mets. He struggled in the playoffs and it is not likely he will be able to play as good as he did again. I hope Iglesias ends up accepting the Mets offer and not taking more money to go elsewhere. Now the Mets have technically already signed a utility player with Nick Madrigal to a split contract. He's on the 40-man roster, but he has struggled so much that I really feel like the Mets should be looking at other options. He has not been good offensively for the last 3 seasons ever since he tore his hamstring in 2021. He's been well below league average since then and is coming off the worst season of his career where he batted .221 and had an OPS of .535 with an OPS plus of 54. He also finished the season on the injured list with a fractured hand after being hit by a pitch. His WAR for the 2024 season was negative 0.4. He has only played 1 game at shortstop and that was while he was playing at college in 2018. If this is how he's going to perform offensively, the New York Mets could be looking at Joey Wendell 2.0. The first free agent option the Mets could consider is Brendan Rodgers. He appeared in 135 games last season for Colorado. He hit .267 with 13 home runs and an OPS of .721, finishing the year slightly below league average. He is not great defensively and does not have much speed either. He is 28 and has played mostly second base. The last time he played shortstop was in 2021 and the last time he played third was in 2018. If he is still available later in the offseason, you might be able to get him cheap and end up getting good value. And I made a video last week about some good value free agents that the Mets have gotten over the past 10 years. The next free agent is Paul DeJong. He's someone I've talked about before, but a quick recap is that he is a 31-year-old player that hit 24 home runs this past season. He can play third base and shortstop, and they might be able to get him on a 1-year deal. He is not a bad replacement option if the New York Mets suffer any injuries and they need someone to start for them for an extended period of time. Luis Urias is up next, and he's played second base, third base, and shortstop, but he hasn't played them all that great. Looking at his average from this past season of 191 would make you be like, why would the Mets want him? If you look a little further, you'd see his on-base percentage is better, and he's someone that hits doubles, which actually made him above league average offensively in 2024. He'll be turning 28, so he can still be an okay player for a team. We are not looking for great players here, we're just looking for bench pieces, guys that are better than Nick Madrigal. Whit Merrifield is the last utility free agent I have on here before I get into the trade target that makes sense for the Mets. Merrifield was an all-star in 2023, which is a first half of the season accolade. He has not been the same since then and is going into a 36-year-old season. In 2024, he struggled with the Phillies, but played better with the Braves. He also missed some time with a fractured foot in September. Merrifield played third base, second base, and left field this past season. He also stole 17 bases and his sprint speed was in the 90th percentile. He may not be great offensively anymore, but with the versatility he provides and the speed he still has, he could still be a valuable player for a ball club. The one trade candidate that makes sense right now because other players could be available closer to the deadline is Brandon Lau of the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa is always willing to make a trade, and he has a club option for next season. He'll be turning 31 in July and played second base and first base this past season. He has played the corner outfield positions in his career as well. I feel like if he got some reps at third base, it is a position that he could handle. He has posted an OPS near 800 the past 2 seasons, so he is someone who could flat out be the team's starting second baseman if McNeil struggles again or gets injured again. You can at least make the phone call and see what Tampa Bay is looking for in a potential trade, because he is someone that just flat out makes your team better. Now, the last option for the Mets is to not sign any players and stick what they have with Nick Madrigal, but also the young options of Luis Angel Acuna and Jet Williams. We saw Acuna play shortstop and second base this past season. Jet Williams is supposed to be better than Acuna and is capable of playing second base and shortstop. In my opinion, Acuna should be playing full-time in order for him to develop into a better player, and the best way to do that is with consistent playing time. Since McNeil is going to start, Acuna should be a starter in the minor leagues at Syracuse for the Mets. We'll see who's on the bench on opening day. I hope it's Iglesias, but if it isn't, maybe it'll be one of the guys that I mentioned on this list. I hope you enjoyed this video, and also make sure to comment what other videos you want to see from me in the future. And also make sure to catch our Mets weekly streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Until the next one, have a great day, and let's go Mets!